what I was gonna say is like I would say that's like easily one of the best tips I can give people for like live streaming. Like have a schedule, have something about you, but also know when to just like go mining for gold, so to speak. What's like? Because obviously you're much more a video production guy. Lord knows I couldn't even attempt to do what you do because of if I use script, that's already enough for me. I'm like, yeah, I'm out. Sorry, I can't write a script. The best I can do is notes. That's the best I can do. So what's like something that like is a bit more of like a tip that people won't realize is important about like the video side of things?
Oh boy. Well, right now I think like the way I've been doing things, like I'm just a lot pickier and not in like a perfectionist way.
Mm-hmm.
It's more so kind of like the way I'm writing things. I would say the two videos that I did recently that kind of like are indicative of like where I want to like what I want every video to be.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to like talking about video game stuff, it was the game prices Scott the Woz video I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very happy with that because that was like I was doing a lot of research and finding stuff that like I don't see anybody talking about. So then it's just like, okay, like that is very satisfying and that's very cool to feel. But then like it took a while to script that because like, okay, what's the goal here? You know, like it's just like what narrow
thread can I weave? Like that's generally something I hear.
Yeah,
is that
and
true?
It's just like, yeah, it's not really about like telling a story, but like you kind of want to at the same time.
Like having
and
a
it's still like I'm never going to be perfect at this. Yeah, I'm never going to be perfect about this. And like that's just kind of like what I'm doing right now because like if I look back at like videos I did back in 2018, I feel like those are probably going to feel like Wikipedia articles. Like I'm almost like reading off of Wikipedia articles. Not that I was doing that.
Well, no, but
like,
it's the classic YouTube format of, hey, opening skit. Mario was a game released in blah, 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 and this blah, 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 and then cut to skit.
Nintendo released Super Mario Brothers 3 in 1989. And that was followed by Super Mario World, which was pretty sweet. Next up, we had another game. And then we had this. And you know what? I'm a big fan of all of this. But all of this is blah, 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 you know, like...
And then Super Mario 64 makes me gassy. Hell yeah.
I've never played Metroid. Ever. It just takes longer to write now. Because... And especially, like, I'm in the middle of, like, wrapping up the Wii U part 3 little retrospective I'm doing. And the thing with that is like I'm going play by play with that thing. I'm not really like leaving out anything unless it's like completely nonsense. So it's kind of like, okay, when Splatoon came out, like I'm going like, okay, like what happened in May of 2015 on the Wii U? Basically the only thing that happened was Splatoon. That was it. Like there was barely any news. Yeah. So, but like when it comes to Splatoon, like I want to be mindful with like what I'm saying. So I can't just be like, this game was incredible. It was so colorful and so lively. And it's exactly what the Wii U needed. And then that's it. No, fuck that. I want to do a 3-minute little analysis and be as specific as possible as to what Splatoon was for the Wii U and also what made that game unique and special. A lot of passages like that writing can take like an entire day. It can take like a day to just like figure out what the hell am I writing about this? Because like when you've done this so many times, again, like I don't want to repeat myself too much. You're going to repeat yourself, but still like I don't want to just like put out something that's like, okay, what was the point of that? Especially in this day and age where it's like everybody has talked about Mario and Zelda
the bar is higher and higher and higher. Would you say that's like the reason why? Because obviously, I'm sure you've seen it, right? I think even someone on my chat said it. It's like the sentiment of, well, you made the Stash video. Why couldn't you make it a Scott the Was video? Like, is that like the main reason why? Is that the main reason?
They're completely different. Yeah, I mean, Stash is completely unscripted. So it's like, well, I think sometimes I can say like very profound things on Stash. It's also like I'm just kind of just talking out of my ass too at the same time, you know. Whereas like with Scott the Woz, it's much more mindful and scripted, and I feel like it's much tighter at the same time. Of like this is like these are all my thoughts, but wrapped up in as much of a cohesive way as I possibly can. And a lot of times I talk too much or like I repeat myself too much. And, you know, that's something that I'm trying to be mindful of with my scripts. Like, I don't want to like just, you know, I'm trying to cut the fat. With a lot of that stuff. But that, you know, that's just kind of the tricky thing about writing. But that's the fun thing about writing is like trying to convey your thoughts in a way that is entirely entirely about it doesn't just feel like a generic ass like
you want it to like be like
IGN.
concise, clear, but like it cuts right through the mess, you know. Like you gotta like make it as short and punchy as possible. That's one thing, like short and punchy and sweet, you know. That's the sort of the vibe you want to go for.
And I've struggled with that. Like I look back at like a lot of the videos I've done, and I don't think I've been short and punchy, but that's generally kind of what I'm trying to do now, which is ironic because this damn Wii U video is going to be like 3 hours long.
3 hours? Fucking hell,
maybe.
mate. You already have that much to say about it.
Well, that's part 3. So when it's all said and done, it might be 6 to 7 hours.
Crazy work, bro. Crazy. They should put that in the cinema, the local cinema. Fucking hell, bro.
No, that'll be a boring ass movie. You bring your freaking parents to that, they're going to be like, Jesus Christ, he's not. Oh my God, they're just playing like, I don't know.
What even is a Wii U? I didn't even notice that came out. What is that? What is that? It's like, Mom, it's the thing you used to use to like fitness. Oh, that's Wii Fit? Did they make a second one? That's what I saw that one.
I will say, writing, there's a lot of art to it, but then like also like recording, like kind of conveying with your voice. And I've heard people say they don't like how I vocalize stuff these days. It's a little too like whiny or something.
I've not heard that. Have you? I'm sure.
I see everything. So it's just like, it's a difficult thing to balance because I'm like, okay, like I think it's a really weird thing to be doing this for so long because once you've been doing this for so long, you get people that are nostalgic over like older stuff.
Oh, that's
so it's kind of like
I actually had that as a question. Like, how do you like navigate that? How do you like reconcile it? Because that must like fuck with your head in some way, especially when you've like when you've got like such a big following. So you've always got. It's obviously like no matter how big you get, there's always gonna be a contingent of your fan base that just can't fucking stand you. That just happens. Like there's a 0.1% of people. But then like when you get older, you have to contend with the people that are nostalgic for a version of you that, as far as you're concerned, just doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, you've changed, man.
Yeah, like of course, man. I'm 29 now. What do you mean? Of course I've changed.
Tricky.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so how do you reconcile that?
That's like you always want to be open to feedback.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
That's the thing. But at the end of the day, like you got to do what you think is right, and I think you take fan feedback into consideration. I don't even like calling them fans. I like calling people who watch my stuff viewers. Because it's just
what is it? What's the delineation between like viewer and fan? Like to you, I think fan is fine.
Well, I think the fans are the ones that like it has gotten to a point where it's just like like I've seen some people call like some of the Scott the Woz little side characters. Like their little comfort characters.
I think you told that, didn't you? Oh man, Wendy's employee. He's my comfort character. Please save him.
Why wasn't he in the latest video? Like all that stuff.
They're getting digital circus.
Like, guys,
that's it again, right?
It's funny. It's funny and it's endearing.
No.
But
Scott,
I'm also guys. Like
we need a Target employee expansive universe, Scott. Okay, come on.
I can't give into this. All the character stuff. It's kind of like all of that was kind of like a bit of an irreverent like satire towards like
the like nostalgic early era of old, that sort of thing.
Yeah, Doug Walker comes in and he's like, "Oh, obscure Slowpuff, what are you doing here?"
I've come here to make you review a movie. And then Scott, bro, have you ever, next video, just I'm evil Scott the Woz, just you with a red shirt.
Yeah.
That's something.
I'm gonna force you to play the game you hate more than anything. You gotta play Sonic 06.
No Sonic 06.
No, I can't. I'm being forced to play shitty games.
And then it cuts to you doing Sonic 06 was a game released in classic like review.
All right, let's get to this.
Yeah,
Sonic 06 is one of the worst games of all time. It was released in 2006. I love that line. Oh my god, I should use that. I should be like Sonic 06 was released back in 2006.
Obviously, you can't forget the shot of you popping the game in. Let's pop this fucker in. Let's see how it's going.
Yeah.
Can't forget that one.
That's hard to do, man.
Is it?
That's hard to do. Because it's just like so I have my little retro corner which you set up the camera and stuff and you got to get it set up perfectly, and especially like down there like things are darker because like of the shadows and all of that, so that messes with the camera sometimes. But then it's just like, okay, where does your arm go? Because a lot of the time your arm goes directly in front of the camera, so it's just like, okay, well you need to finagle it around. And then on top of that, getting the game cartridge into the system perfectly is kind of hard. like when you're trying to do it, it's difficult.
I can imagine like you've done it 20 times. You're like, nah, I fucked around with it a bit too much. Try again. And you put oh no, it didn't mess up. Oh, I closed it too hard. People are gonna get annoyed about that. God, there's actually more to that than I thought. That's actually really funny to think about.
Yeah, it's. I mean, like, it's not hard, but it's more kind of just an annoying thing.
It's like if
you want to get the shot looking good.
Yeah, it's like if you were to ride a bike. Like, you could do that any day. If someone said like ride a bike for like $1,000, you'd be like, fuck, shit. Where's the pedal again? Like all of a sudden, like now you've been doing this for years. We're like, now you're nervous.
Yeah. What do you think is something on streaming that you think is like more difficult than people realize?
I get on people a lot for this because it's genuinely like one of the most important things. Is just being able to keep the conversation going. What I used to do when I first used to stream, because I used to stream to like like 5 or 6 people, you know what I mean? And obviously you never want to rely on the chat to 100% carry the conversation. Obviously now I've got enough people in where like there's always something to bounce off of. But you have to be really, really good at bouncing. And it's to the point where one thing I used to do like back in like 2018, 19 when I first started is I used to like, I obviously naturally start talking, but you realize, okay, I'm just a fat fucking chud gamer. Like, what the fuck do I have to talk about? So I'm not even kidding. What I used to do is I used to just like try out new things. Like I deliberately used to like, oh, there's a mini golf place next to me. Let me do that. And like, let me do a review. And then because then if you start talking about that, then someone in the chat can say, oh, I've never done mini golf. And then you have to like be able to do enough things to like keep the conversation going, to keep the flow going, basically. Such an important thing. And I think that's what getting that fundamental down is so important. I think everything else you can kind of figure out. I think people are usually a bit amenable to tech issues. I think audio you'll figure out eventually. I just plug in an Elgato Wave 3 and it works as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, it's just one of those things where keeping the flow going, very, very important. So you have to be the kind of person who does enough things to keep the conversation going. Sometimes I even write them down, by the way. Sometimes I even write them down, and you have to be good at like bouncing. So when you see someone say a question, you can't just go, oh, okay. that's the death knell. That's the death knell. You always want to say, oh, that's kind of neat. I've been doing blah, 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 you know? That's the thing. I'd say that's the number one thing for sure.
See, that's what I tried to do, yet I failed miserably at during my little Nintendo podcast appearance. Like that's what I was going like, let's talk about coffee. And then it's just like, yeah.
I mean, okay, in all fairness, it's one of those things where I think you are being a bit of a goober. I'm not gonna lay you off for that one. But it's one of those things where like, how do you balance? Because I know a lot of people personally. I know my favorite podcast, and the chat can help me. I don't know about you guys. My favorite podcasts are the one where they'll talk about the thing you're there for, but like a good chunk of it is, I just had 3 coffees today. I love that. Personally, if you're asking me, I love that. Like my favorite podcast is a football podcast called like James and Flav for Now. They just talk about James and Flav for Now. It's a really mouthful. But like that's what they do. They talk about football for like the first half, and they just talk about whatever the fuck they've been doing for the second half. And I love that. They hard cut off at 30 minutes in, and they just talk about anything else. And I'm here for it. I love that shit. So when you say I had 3 coffees today, and I can talk about upgrading from a Keurig to an espresso, that's good conversation to me. I'm not joking. Like, you laugh.
Yeah,
I'm serious. That's my kind of conversation. Too. And then like you talk about P dreams and like the fucking Sully's into it, and like the other gentleman whose name I forgot, he's into it. So like I'm into that. So like and in all fairness, I think he even said it. Like Wood was doing it for some bits, but like I felt like he was just too desperate to like get on the meat and potatoes of the thing, which is fine. But I think you kind of have to say that beforehand. So like if me and you were going to do a podcast, which you totally should do, Scott, which you totally should do. I think that's probably how we'd format it. You know, like we talk about the first half, going, no general direct this week. Anyway, Scott, I heard you got a 3rd cat. Wow, you know, be shit like that. That's the best, isn't it?
Not a 3rd cat right now. You said a 3rd. I got a 3rd cat.
Don't you have 2? I think you have 2, don't you?
I only got 2.
Yeah, so like,
you know what?
I was just making
I think about a 3rd cat every now and then, but then I'm like, that would be ridiculous.
What makes it so ridiculous?
Because why do I need a 3rd cat? I love my 2
but they'd be cute though.
Equally, but what was that?
It'd be cute. Like a 3rd cat would be cute. It'd be cute, and they'd run around and
it
like.
Would, but it's also like okay, but like I don't, you know, like it's just like they have each other, so it's like okay. You know, like it's just like there's not a need, and like they're cute enough for me, you know, as is. I almost feel like getting a 3rd cat would be admitting defeat. Like it's in like, oh wow, these cats aren't enough.
Oh, got it. Like, it'd be like, am I not enough for you? That's what they'd be thinking.
There was one I considered when I went to the Humane Society like a year or 2 years ago or something, and there was like this super like it was like this girl cat that was like white, but she had the crazy like rare like dual eye colors.
I think heterochromia. I think that's what that's called. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, and I think that's like, not that I care about a cat's price, but I think those cats are like damn expensive. If you want a cat like that going out of your way, I might be, who knows. But not that was the reason, but I thought that was like, wow, so that must mean these are some damn rare cats. Like this is a special cat. And it was just at the Humane Society. It would have been like, $10. But I considered, but then apparently that cat was already claimed or something. So we're good. We're good with my two little guys.
Well, what are they called?
I think, what was that?
What are the cats called?
The black and white one is Cobbler, who was named by Alex Olney of Nintendo Life.
Oh shit!
That guy just responded to my tweet where I said, I don't know what we're calling this guy, because his name from the shelter was just Heath. And I hated that. I thought that was disgusting.
Okay, you cannot call it. Okay, we need to ban that guy, whoever named that cat. What kind of cat's name is Heath, bro? That's like a pet peeve of mine, honestly. Like, you can't name cats human names. Like, you can't be doing that. You gotta give him cat names.
I didn't even remember. It's just like, because Heath is a human name. But I think in his litter, they named them all after candy bars. And I don't know if in the UK you guys have Heath bars.
No, never heard of it, no.
Yeah, there's a candy bar called Heath bars in the US. And the weird thing is, a Heath bar is like a toffee kind of thing, or like I think it's like chocolate and toffee, but like it's brown.
There's something
and like he's black
and
white.
Didn't even get it right. What the fuck?
Yeah. I'm like, if he was a brown cat, then sure, call him Heath. But it's like because like his brothers and sisters were like, oh, like. And they were all like generic names. It was like Jelly Bean and like chocolate or like like whatever, like generic candy.
But they got like cat named Heath in the corner.
His was the only one that was a copyrighted name.
What the fuck would that? That's terrible. That's it.
I would understand like the generic name to call him would be like Oreo or something.
Yeah.
He has like some white spots and stuff. But nah, his name was Heath. I didn't fuck with that.
Kid named Heath.
I didn't like that.
I'm glad you saved that cat from a life of terribleness. Honestly, like
Cobbler isn't necessarily one that like. It's a goofy name. He's a goofy little guy.
Yeah, but that Cobbler works way better. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, when I think Cobbler, I think of like a little kid. Oh, a little Cobbler, shine your shoes, sir. Like a little Victorian little kid. You know? That's what the cat's giving me. Yeah.
It works because he had like white spots on like his paws or something. It looked like he's got like socks on or little shoes or something. So it works. And then our little brown tabby cat, his name is Mackerel, and that was just the name given to him by the shelter, and it just fit him too well. Call him little Mac, and all of that. You can go holy mackerel.
Hey, that works.
It fits him. Yeah, they're both the sweetest little guys. I'm so they're my baby boys.
I could imagine. Cat dad, yeah. You world's best cat dad, yeah.
Oh, I genuinely. You know what? These cats have proven to me what it's like to be a father.
Oh my god, how so father was? How so?
The idea of you cannot choose your favorite child.
Oh, really?
I cannot choose which one is my favorite because the black and white one is like Cobbler is like my little buddy. He's like my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Mackerel is like my little baby. He's like a little baby. Like he's got that little baby energy.
Mm-hmm.
But Cobbler's just kind of like my bro kind of thing. So it's just like there's like different personality. It's so interesting how cats have like different personalities.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, the same with dogs and all different.
But like with dogs, you kind of expect them to because like they're dogs, they're like lively and energetic, so you can kind of feel it out a bit more. I feel like the average person who maybe doesn't have a cat doesn't understand that cats. No, they can get really like my cat. I had a cat. She passed on not long ago, but yeah, she had a cat. It's so good, man. It happens. She was like 20, like she was an old cat. She lived a really good life.
That's good.
Yeah, she lived a good long life. She lived a really long life. Honestly, love her to bits. Her name was Pretty because obviously we're unoriginal children, so just because she looked pretty and like she was like. It's funny because like she'd come up to us and she'd be like all sweet and like I can't look. The moment she went outside, because like there was like a little communal garden where she'd be outside, she used to terrorize the other cats, bro. I'm telling you, this cat was a terrorist, man. Honestly. Yeah. So yeah, cats just like that, aren't they?
Well, she was you know, you were in her pack. She was like, oh,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is
She
my
was like, yeah,
team.
chill, yeah.
This is my family. It's so funny how they look at that like that, because like, you know, anybody else new, any new person that comes in or any new cat, they're immediately like, oh, yo, what is going on here?
Literally.
I think a problem that I find is a lot of people can like expect cats to act like dogs.
No.
And it just kind of grinds my gears, man. Like,
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like,
I can
it's
imagine.
not
No,
like
they're
you're,
cats. They just do their own thing, bro. Leave them to it.
yeah, like there's a lot of times like, you know, I'll see people like they just desperately want to like pet the cat or something.
Nah,
you know,
I can't be doing that.
they'll like come up and try to pick them up, and I'm like, no, they don't generally like to be picked up.
Hey, we know the
like,
rules.
you know, you pick them up if you gotta pick them up, or maybe once a day. Like sometimes
Yeah.
you're like, I can't help myself. You're too cuddly looking. Let me pick you up for a second, give you a little kiss, and then put you back down. That's my stance.
It's one of those things where no, it's one of those things where like you gotta like everyone knows the rule. You crouch up to them and go, oh, and it's like tutting near them, and then like maybe like have a little treat in your hand, and that's it. If they don't come up to you, then you're like, all right, chill, bro. See you next time. Everyone knows the rule.
And like, yeah, I do the you know, the little thing, but I usually like to stick my finger out for them. Stick the finger out.
Yeah, you always do that.
Mr. Mackerel does the he sniffs it and then he does a little like rub up against it, and his teeth show and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
I'm like, yeah, what's up, dude?
Yeah,
And, you know, a little handshake.
That's adorable.
Awesome.
That's adorable.
Yeah,
Sorry, somebody in the chat just said, is he here for real or are you just playing sound bites? How did you know? Because early in this stream, Scott, you swore, right? Which is something you tend to censor in your own content, right? And it's really funny because half my chat was like, oh my God, Scott, don't swear. Which I think pivots nicely to something I kind of alluded to like when we were talking last week, which is like, I feel like you, amongst every big YouTuber I've ever seen, has this kind of like golden aura around him where it's like, he can do no wrong. Oh, not my Scott. My Scott would never be problematic. Like, do you know what I'm talking about at all, or like what?
Oh yeah, I mean, I talked to you about it. Like,
yeah.
I mean, that was like, when that video of that dude that came up to me, I see in your little stream description you're referencing it, but
I'll give a context. Context.
Scott,
hi.
you know you're my nigga, right?
Sure. At the time, I was definitely like I don't know. It's just like I felt like my whole world came crashing down.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like,
yeah.
oh no. Like, I don't know how to react to this.
Honestly, I think you navigated that perfectly because you didn't want to seem like you were too against it.
I was like, what? I think I was 20 at the time or something like that. Like, it was kind of like a little bit of.
And you're like, oh shit, woke's gonna take my career from me. Oh hell no! I'm only working at Walmart the rest of my life, bro. Oh hell no!
Well, I think there's like this idea. I think there's like this idea that like whenever I've seen like there's like a controversy or something with another YouTuber or something, I see people like kind of jump and use my name as like oh man,
oh if Scott did something,
don't tell me, yeah. And I just feel like, I mean, like I appreciate the sentiment that like some people think I'm like this perfect little boy or something.
But it's like, no, you're just some fucking dude in Ohio, bro. Like, and I get that sort of.
I just want to do my best.
Yeah, of course.
But it's just like I make mistakes, and anybody makes mistakes. But it's like also like, you know, I think to get canceled, you got to make a huge mistake.
Yeah,
but it's also like, you know, I think that was kind of like a weird sentiment because, you know, whenever I'd see people go, it's just like. Like, it's just like oh, well, Scott would never do anything wrong or something. I almost feel like some of those people want me to do something wrong, you know? It's like this idea that like a lot of people that like love talking about YouTubers that get into like hot water or something, they often jump to just bring up other YouTubers.
Yes,
too. And I almost
definitely.
think because they love talking about controversy. They love talking about people they don't like, or like talking about like a fallen titan or something. You know?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Everyone loves a Greek tragedy, but like I think that's what some people are trying to like. It's almost like they're trying to manifest it in a weird way in you. That's what it feels like because you've had your rise. So people are like, oh, "Come on, Scott, do something. Say something bad. Scott, say something bad." Like it almost kind of feels that way. Would you say am I accurate there or am I off the mark?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think that's even though like I don't think anybody is actively saying that, I think that's kind of like a sentiment I've kind of pulled away from a lot of that like social media chatter. And I think over the past like couple of years, it's just kind of like culminated in me kind of just like I'm a lot more comfortable now, because it's just like I know who I am, and I know that it's just like I'm comfortable with who I am, and like like I mean like I think like once you get past 25, I think you get a lot more of a.
I was just about to say that. As soon as you hit like somewhere like 25 and like maybe a year or two after, you're just like, man, I don't give a fuck, bro.
I mean like you just get a much better understanding of the world, and your own like emotional energy, or like who you are and what you're what you stand by, all of that. And I think like in my early 20s, like it was like, man, the internet was like going after so many people. Sometimes it was justified, all that, but it's also like I would just see my name mentioned a lot for the like, oh man, he's perfect, and I'm just kind of like, that almost put a lot of weird pressure on me, man. Like feeling like it's just like, wow, I really can't screw up, can't I? Not that I'm like planning on it, or like I screwed up and I'm trying to hide it, or anything,
of course not, but like it just doesn't help, does it? It's like I said, like people are waiting for like the fall now that they've seen the rise. But would you say that's something you're better at dealing with now, like much better? Like, does it plague your mind in the slightest?
Really care, because again, like I know who I am, so it's kind of like
okay, that's good to hear.
It's something that's like even because like we started doing sponsors on Scott's Stash, and I know some people like you can easily like point and be like, oh, Scott said before like this about sponsors, now he's taking sponsors, what a douche. And I'm also like, you can, it's just like you can criticize that, that's totally fine, like it's just like it is what it is. Like I'm just like, and I definitely listen to feedback, but at the same time it's kind of like
it has to make sense,
it's just like if I get criticized, like I like hearing it, and I'm like, okay, like duly noted, and I'm gonna try to work that into whatever I do next. But it's also like, at the same time, I'm boring, man. I'm not really doing anything that I think would be like people would be like, did you know he did this?
You're just some guy living in Ohio, bro. Like, what are you going to get to? You don't even live near an ocean. But you have to at least be like in New York or California to get to some crazy shit. You're like in the Midwest, bro. Why do they even go over there, Why do they even go over there?
It's not that interesting.